So Jollies, whilst the other girlies are drying, I thought we could get started on a reroot. And the project that I was planning to do for Mermaid, which is going to be now June because she's not going to be ready. And it is, yes, I got an extra Midge, a Jewelled Hair Mermaid Midge. And she came to me just as a head. She's got no earrings. She's got no hair. She's already prepped. So let's get started. I might as well get started because otherwise I'll never get it done. So let's go to the rerouting table. Alrighty, Jolly. So we are now in our rerouting table. And I'm going to start rerouting Midge with connect long hair. I just noticed that she's got a bit of a chip on her lip. That could be fixed, not to worry. She is in pretty good condition, and this is a rooting pattern. And yes, I'm going to give her a fringe, but I'm also going to give her this hair. And yes, it's a two-tone because it's quite difficult to when you look at like pictures and stuff. Sometimes the hair is kind of this red tone, and sometimes it looks a bit closer to this one. So let's just put it. Now, which one would you prefer? Which one would you choose for yourself? I do like this one on her, but I thought I might as well because she's not going to be she's going to be my own creation. So I thought, why not give her highlighted hair instead of just a one boring one-dimensional color? So we are going to use both of these colors and give her a brand new look. So hope you stick with me. I'm going to start the reroot, and I'm going to just select one of my, so I'm going to start with a light one, and let me just show you something, Dollies. So let me just move Midge out of the way. So I purchased this hand. I think it's meant for manicures, but it's bendable. And I use her, I call her my assistant. So I do my plugs and then I simply put them on the fingers. And on this finger here, the small one, I've got the plugs that go on the hairline. Can we see that? And then on this finger, I've got, so I've got the dark ones on the smaller finger and then on the pinky. And then I've got some other ones in lighter, also for the front because the plugs are smaller. And then I've got the other two separate on separate fingers. So I think it's quite cool. And I put it, it stands on its own, so it's a brilliant tip for rerooters out there. If you wanna, I think I got mine from eBay, and she's been quite the help. And the hair doesn't tangle as much. It keeps the hair in place. So I'm going to start by showing you once again. I tend to go in the middle, and then I push my knotted hair. Can you see that? And then I simply push that with my needle. And it's not always easy to do on camera, but I am trying. And just push that knot onto the doll's hair, and that's it. And that's how I reroot. So I'm pulling, the hair came off obviously, but once I style it, let's just do that one more time. As you've seen previous reboots, I can then style the hair and I get minimal loss. So that's how I style it. I don't put any glue on them. So let's carry on. And then we'll do the little magic. And then I'm gonna put on in honor of Mermaid. I am going to put my splash film on with Hannah, who was the ultimate mermaid, in my humble opinion, of course. And I'm going to reroot, and then we'll see the finished results. Okay, let's go. Okay, Jolly Dollies. So Midge is now all ready to go. I fetched her fringe, and all I had to do now is smooth the hair. So let's get to that in a minute. Alright, Jolly Jollies, I've got my hair dryer here. I've got my brush, got my brown brush, and I'm just going to show you quickly how I smooth the hair with the hair dryer. Don't get a bit loud. I normally just grab it and start dragging the hair down, go all the way up to the roots. And this is on full heat as well. And this hair is very long, so I get to the ends and I just rotate my brush. And there you go. Can you see that? Can you see how smooth and straight it goes? So I'm going to carry on doing that, and then once it's straight, we can style it. Okay? Hope that was helpful. I'm not going to do the whole thing on camera because it gets very loud, so we'll come back and do the final results in a bit. Alright, Jollies. So she has been smoothed. She had a keratin treatment. Can we see how long the hair is? It's like never ending. Yep. So she could play Rapunzel. And I have already cut her bangs. And I put them in a paper straw. Well, 2 paper straws. And I'm going to boil wash her fringe. And then let it dry. And then we can carry on our custom. But yeah, I think she turned out really, really well. Dollies, are you ready for the final reveal? And here she is. Here is my... Oh, sorry. Let me just straighten that crown. That's better. What do you think? Was it worth the wait? I hope so. She took a bit of work to do. So there's my previous Midge, who's in her original outfit. Just bend a tiny bit off camera. So that's the original outfit, and this is my own creation. So I used gems on this is a custom-made latex mermaid tail and top with gems, which are the same similar colors as the original. My mermaid tail came out a bit darker than I wanted, purely because when you mix acrylic paint and latex, it does go darker, and I did forget that. And I was going to use mica powder in a lighter shade of blue to counterbalance that. But I do think, Well, if you look on camera, it's kind of like a shade darker, but when you look at them in person, it is a bit of a difference. Obviously, Midge's original outfit's a bit lighter, like an aquamarine kind of blue, but mine's a bit darker. But I also think that it complements her hair, which is two-tone. So I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see. Can you see those? There's a tiny bit of a color. Well, it shows on her fringe. And I put on a made to move body, which matches very well. And here she is. I'm over the moon with her. I could probably put more gems on either side, just one more strip. But I do think she turned out so well. These gems took a bit of time to put on. I had to glue each one single-handed, so one at a time, in order for them to set. And then the latex itself, you had to do a few layers of it. The thin takes about 6 layers each, because I do both sides. So I didn't put any gems on the back, but I did finish the fin all the way around, or the fluke. So, and her hair is just as long. I was going to cut it, and I was going to keep it to the original length, but then I thought, might as well keep it as long as it is. So the crown is actually a cake topper. It's a cake topper that I bought off Amazon, and I got 5 of them in a pack, and they were about £6 in the UK. But I think it works so well. I just wanted to give her something a bit more upscale to go with her gems on her outfit. So do let me know what you think. I hope the wait was worth it. And there is one more thing that I have not forgotten, but she is missing some earrings, and I do have something here. And it says, warning, opening this package will cause extreme happiness. So let's have a quick look at what we got. Now I'm going to let you know the seller. So it says, I got a little card. It says, thank you for your purchase. This item was handmade with special care just for you by Mini Plastic Mother on eBay. Due to small objects, this is not intended for children under 3 years. Okay. And then I got 2 sets. And it comes in these little pouches. And they've got the name of the item. So these are the Winnie earrings, which are little snowflakes, and it comes with a holographic sticker of Barbie. But the ones that we got for Midge are Annie. And I thought with the crown, I wanted, to be honest, I was looking to see if they did different colors on the gems, because I wanted blue gems, but then I thought with the earrings and with all the other colorful gems, I thought, nah, it'll be fine as it is. So these are the earrings that I chose for Midge, for my custom made Midge. It's a star, the gold, and the star has a crystal on inside. Hope you can see that. Now I've already tried them on, and because of the factory holes, they will not hold. And what I'm going to do, but I'm going to put them on just so you can see the final result. So, sorry, my ring light just went. I don't know why. I think it's overheated. So these are what the earrings will look like, and I think they look absolutely incredible with her. But what I'm going to do now, if your dolls don't have factory holes, if you just use a push pin, these will fit. However, they won't fit on the factory holes because they are made too big. Um, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a tiny bit of hot glue around it and let it cool, and then I'll insert them. So I'll be right back. Okay, Jolly. So I put a dollop of hot glue, and I'm just going to try it out. I allowed it to cool ever so slightly. I'm not entirely sure if it's, maybe I put a tiny bit too much. But we'll quickly find out. Okay, I'm going to do this off camera. Bear with me. Ta-da! I had to push them in a bit more. So they are now secure. Now they're not glued in. I just used the hot glue. But how darling are these? I'm so glad I found Mini Plastic Mother, because she does earrings and some jewelry pieces for Barbie, and I thought that she was absolutely good value for money. The packaging was, you can tell that it's someone that takes care. Oh, let me just bring Midge back. That takes care of her customers, so I will definitely come back again. I bought the other earrings. Let me just bring you guys down a bit. So, what do we think? Do we prefer like the OG? Obviously, she's always going to be a queen. Or what do we think of my custom? Did I hit the mark? I hope I did. I hope it was worth it, and I'm over the moon with her. And I'm already planning to do the follow-ups. I do have a Barbie, a Jewelled Hair Mermaid Barbie that's in storage somewhere, without an outfit. And speaking of outfits, I did manage to get another original gold Barbie Jewelled Hair Mermaid outfit. And the reason why I got it is because I also did a brunette version of Barbie Jewelled Hair Mermaid. She's in storage at the moment, but my plan is to find her, bring her out of storage, and then I can put her in an outfit, because the outfit that she had, I took it off because I did another reboot of a Jewelled Hair Mermaid, and I needed an outfit in her earrings and ring because she was fully complete, crown and everything, and I sold that doll. The doll got sold, so she was left bare. But what I'm planning to do is I want to now do my latex versions of the Jewelled Hair Mermaids. So we started with Midge, who's amazing, who's a fantastic, beautiful red-haired goddess. Kirsty is on my list to do. I need to get a hold of another Teresa, and I am going to do them as I did Midge. So I hope you come back for that. And someone did mention on my boys' reroots, and shout out to you, David, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, I do apologize, but I do think it was David that commented that I did not show how I do my parting. I have shown it before, but I'm more than willing to do it again. And on my next reroot, I will show that a bit more in depth to those that want to know. So if you're interested, leave a comment down below. And anyone that comments, even if it's one comment, means a lot to me. And I appreciate anyone that views my videos, leaves a like. So don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. So I can carry on doing stuff like this for you guys, for the Jolly Dollies out there. When I do something, I try to do the best I can with what I've got. This project took over a week, if I'm not mistaken, because I had to do the reroot. Then I had to source some of the materials. I had to wait for the tail to dry. Well, I had to make the tail. Then I had to wait for each layer has to dry before you apply the next one. One piece of advice: if you do try to do your own latex mermaid tails, latex sticks to itself, and latex is sticky in nature. So if you do something like this, use talcum powder when you go and even setting them. You can pose them, absolutely you can, because especially on a full made to move body, because these are removable. That's one of the good things that I like about my latex mermaids. I remember watching Splash the Mermaid and being absolutely obsessed with that tail and thinking how on earth they do it. And when it did H2O just had water, they weren't latex, they make silicone mermaid tails. So I was intrigued and I did a lot of research in order to get to this point. Believe me, I did struggle, and I watched so many videos on how to make these, and eventually light went on and I was able to. I will give a shout out to Toya of My Froggy Stuff, because she did a combination, I think a year or two ago. She did a combination of hot glue and elastic hair bands, like fabric hair bands, and that kind of sparked something on me. So I always appreciate her for her creativity, because then it can spark mine as well. So without further ado, I hope you liked this video. I hope it was worth it. I will come back with another. I already got a couple more mermaid inspired. There is a merman. There is a merman coming, and I'm going to try and get that video out as quick as I possibly can. I couldn't do it before I did Midge, because I'd said that I was going to do Midge. So here she is. I hope you like her. I'm over the moon with her. I think it turned out really well, even better than I expected. The gems took a bit of time to do as well, so that kind of put a kink in the timing. But overall, I really enjoyed the project. I'm over the moon that a made to move body finally fits a skin tone from the 90s, and some of them do. I did a sparkle eyes Barbie a while ago with human hair, and I put on a made to move body, and that worked quite well. But there are certain dolls from the 90s, especially the tan ones, because they used to use that orange skin tone, and that is so hard to find. The closest one was the dancer made to move, curvy girl. She is the perfect match. But if anyone of you that watches the video knows another made to move match for that skin tone, please let me know, because I've been trying to find it and so far I haven't been able to. Okay, so there you have it. That's my video. I'll go on and I talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and but I just wanted to give you guys as much information as possible. I wanted to give her a ring. At first, I thought, let me just put a little gem, but then I thought, I need something like the star, so that might come at some other time. I will work on a couple more mermaids. I've got another one on the pipeline already. The merman is done, fully rooted. It's been rebooted. The outfit is done, so that video will come out shortly. And yeah, that's it. That's Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. And until next time, thank you so much. Take care. Don't forget to stay jolly, dollies. Bye now.